Okay, hopefully my nose will give me a break today. It's almost 7:30 Wednesday morning. What is today? When it's Wednesday, I know that. I think it's the 7th, maybe. Could be, maybe 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around there. Look at your calendar. Okay, I got my my cup of courage already this morning. My eyes are partially open, and my brain is kind of functioning a little bit this morning. We'll see how we're doing so far. We're gonna take and get this radio, the L-740 GE radio. Get it checked out this morning. Power it up. I managed to get the cord cut and one spliced into it so we can make our test. The speaker, I wanted to check. It is rubbing. I see a bunch of crap down in the bottom of that. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little discoloration in that center post. Some of it's shiny, the rest of it's kind of a little dark and black. And if you listen real carefully, if the bugs and everything will keep quiet. Oh yeah, thick and crunchy. Perfect. But it won't keep us from making a test to see if we get any noise out of the radio. So let me get this thing moved over where it's got to be, and we'll double check on everything before we light it up. Stand by. Okay, everything in its place and a place for everything. We managed to pull the antenna assembly off the back cover so that we can do something with that later and get this thing all spiffied up. I got it gator clipped into what I believe is the correct sequence. The speaker is connected up. All I've done on this was blow everything off the chassis, kind of get the dust down a little bit before my nose goes crazy. We hosed out the bottom. Well, we didn't hose it out, but we blew it really good on the bottom, barring any damage to any of the coiling and everything. Excuse my drool. So I believe we're in the AM band setting. We've got the power switch on, and we've got the volume up. I replaced the lamps so that we could get a telltale whether or not the 6-volt circuit is at least powered up. And we're hooked up to the dumb boys and the killer watt through the isolation transformer. We'll bring it up on the 100 water because of the 7 tubes. So let me turn these halogens off. I'm liable to get a pretty good buzz from the CFL, so hang on for that. So here we go. We're getting a little glow. Our lamps are lamping. We're pulling 320 calocoms. 330. What are we doing here? And we can't see too well. 230 voltaires. 230 volts. I believe this thing is has a design voltage on the rectifier pin 3 or pin 5 of 250, I think it is. 330. Oh, we're getting something. Let's see if I can bring it in a little better.
That's true. Russell Wilson's got. So how did you acquire these cars? There was no baby saving.
I always have to orient my antennas in a south and north orientation, because if I change it to east-west or anything other than north and south, it goes away.
Which I got one sitting there waiting for me when we get to our commercial break. I get an egg sandwich. All the guy just cracks the egg, drops it on a thing, it fries, and you put it on a piece of bread. How the hell did you cut up your eye? Hey.
So I fried the eggs. Angled the frying pan towards me.
America's best music, 1600 KYBC.
Well, it's picking that up, but it's picking that up around 700, I would guess, because that's what it generally does. It doesn't pick it up at its regular 1600 position, so everything is way out.
1,000 guesses.
It's the worst.
I never could have imagined that. I never would have thought you burned your eyelids on
340
It
kilocalories.
looks like a perfect animal scratch. I can't believe that's not from a nail or something.
So we're not even going to bother
Yeah. So I need to edit my story
with the shortwave because it's not doing very good on the AM broadcast band.
that he did early in his
So
career, in which he said
it
that
won't
he was once arrested for
do
driving
crap
slow. That he was
on
in an area
the
where there was not only a maximum speed
on the
limit, but a
shortwave
minimum.
band.
He said you cannot go into jail.
So,
and
but
have
it should
people
work
ask you, "What did you do?"
once we
And
get
you're like, "Man, I was
everything
driving too slow.
on the
You better
level
be
and
careful, or I
up
will
and
do it
up.
again." Like, that's the
It should be
toughest way you
it
can
should
go to
be
jail.
working
I would say
in good
I would say frying an egg
performance.
is the
We'll get this
untoughest way you
cleaned
can
up
have that
and
scar on your face.
restructured
And let me
and
ask you a question.
re-enveloped
If
and
Lizzie wanted you to work
rewired.
it, why didn't you?
Today, you mean?
I don't think these are here are this
You just forgot to put the makeup
baling
on.
wire around the outside of the carton here
I didn't know. I didn't think about it so badly. It's like a 4-day scar. That looks like it
is
happened
do
10
is
minutes
doing
right away.
anything. These
When I
wires
saw
on the
line,
outside
hit
don't
my eyeball because this looks pretty bad.
appear to be
Let's find
connected
out.
to
I mean, that's
anything down here on the terminal strip.
Right, so above
It
us there,
it may
how
be
much
just
do we list here? Do we think I still have time? How
a
about we
shielding
do the list?
of some kind,
So
I
we
guess,
got sidetracked
for
as usual
some
by April
reason,
July, which is not an uncommon
of
place
which
for us
I'm
to get
not too
sidetracked,
clear
but
on.
it was an area that was worth diving into.
So
I mean, it's the worst story ever, though, and for that I apologize.
Okay. I still want to do a quick green light. I'd like to fill a minute here or two. Can I give you? Well, no, I want to say.
yeah, it's
All right, here's the bottom
we'll
line.
have to do something with that
Emma's wife
speaker
wants him to wear makeup. Trouble, let me ask you a question.
so we can get some better stuff. I'm not going to do anything to it until we get this thing squared away, because I don't want to have to go too far with that. If I don't have to, it may just require a cleaning out of the voice coil and post area. So I want this thing in full operating condition so we can pump the juice to it and see what we're going to get on that. And if I can't get that cleaned up, well, then we're just going to go ahead and redo it.
Looks like an arrow is pointing up towards your hair.
So now the next thing is another gulp of coffee, and then we're going to start taking things apart. Oh, what fun it is to cry. So, stand by, we'll have more fun coming our way. Thanks for watching. You know, we're starting to strip this chassis down, and I was pulling the tubes, and they're all General Electric tubes. These might be the originals. I'll be shocked if they all perform decent. So we managed to pull the dial pointer plate background, the dial background panel off of here. Two bolts, 2 screws here, 2 screws there, and she'll lift right off after you pull the string and the dial off of it. And we got that far, so we're going to continue on and get this thing. You know, that tuner is cockeyed in there. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be, or if it's been stressed or something, but we'll find out. But I'm going to have to probably get the because the mounts are back behind this switching network and the coils down in there somewhere, and I think there's 3 screws that go into that tuner, so that's going to be a major calamity. So let's get to it. All right, we got some of this checked out and identified, got all the tube pinouts and everything, got all the values logged in on the thing. We managed pulling out the push button subassembly and getting it separated right here. I'm thinking that one of these, probably the one on this end, on the left end of the radio, is an auxiliary switch, or a push button for the phono. I'm thinking that's what that's for. Because you know, I got 4 coils and I got 5 push rods, so something's up with that. So I had to swing some stuff out of the way. This I think this switching assembly here is going to be a monster, even for me, because there are such short little connection points to the socket of 1 or 2 of the tube sockets from either a coil or a switch lug that is going to be out of this world. I mean, even for me. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is try to get it, get everything that I need to get cleaned up as I can get, without disturbing a great deal of things. So I had to bend this out of the way, and I had to flex a little bit of some other things in here in order to get to the mounts for the other. Now the other was going to be a little rough to get with. I still got to get this off of here. I'm taking a break though. And you know, I'm thinking this oxidation right here is from, and I noticed on both of them, I think that's from B+. I think one of these trimmers ties to B+, and it's the primaries. So I'm thinking that's what all this oxidation and discoloration is for, is because that sucker is getting hot. So we got that all done. We're gonna take this cap off of this thing and get it cleaned up and everything, and then we're going to clean up this chassis. So, but I'm taking a break. So anyway, that's going to be it. Sorry if I wasn't pointing at what I was pointing at. And we'll be back. The other stuff, the panel and the tuner is out in the dip. So we'll see you on the next videos segment. Thanks for watching.